As you all know, in just 5 weeks' time there will be two referendums. One is to reduce the age for a candidate for the presidential elections, and the second is on marriage equality. And Sinn Féin is calling for a yes vote in both referendums. In respect of the marriage equality referendum, many of us have a member of our family or our extended family who is gay. We all know this. We all know someone, whatever age we are, wherever we live or wherever we work, we all know someone who is gay. And they want what we want, the right to live their lives as full and contributing citizens. So Sinn Féin is calling for a yes vote in both of those referendums, and I'm especially appealing for anyone who wants to be part of this campaign to join it, even to join it in an informal way. You don't want to be part of the formal campaign, or you want to be part of the organised canvasses, then become part of the informal campaign. Just talk to your friends, talk to your family members, to your workmates if you're lucky enough to be in work, to your neighbours, and ask them to vote yes. Text people, Facebook people, use Twitter, and let's get the biggest vote possible and ensure that on May the 22nd that both referendums are passed.
As a Republican Party, equality is at the core of what we stand for. This proposition is solely about marriage equality. It's the right of our gay and lesbian citizens to marry the person they love, like everybody else in this state, if that is their wish. And for us, we look forward to a positive campaign, and our role from a Sinn Féin perspective is to particularly speak to Sinn Féin supporters, to say to them that this is about equality, but also that there's no room for complacency. We need people to come out and vote yes to ensure that this is passed on the day.
This is about the right to marry for those who wish to marry, but it's also about something far more profound. It's about an absolute recognition of people's equality, respect for people's identity, respect for people's choices, and an affirmation that we wish our citizens to be free, equal and happy, and to pursue their happiness. So I know that a lot of the public commentary has been extremely supportive of the proposition for marriage equality, but we're not one bit complacent about the campaign. People have to be convinced. People in some instances have to be reassured. And in other instances people have to be challenged, where views are clearly based on a sense of bigotry or a desire to exclude. So we'll be running a vigorous campaign.
As a 23-year-old, as someone, a young person, I suppose, analysing this referendum and speaking, I suppose, on behalf of many of my peers, we're not in an extreme hurry to walk down the aisle, but that option genuinely reinforces that it's okay to be gay, that it's okay to come to terms with your sexuality in the schoolyard or in your local GAA club. What I can appreciate is, I think, the message that yes vote would have sent to me when I was coming to terms with my sexuality again in the schoolyard. I think it's a really rare opportunity for the Irish people to have a genuine say in shaping the Ireland that we want to live in, and that we want, especially our young people, to grow up in. And I suppose an overwhelming show of support and a yes vote to civil marriage equality would ensure essentially that every child and young person who has to come out in school can do so with the backdrop and knowing that legislative equality exists. So that's why I'll be supporting a yes vote to civil marriage.